This is a very, very critical time to start preparing. If you're getting nervous 5 seconds before or when you're actually on stage, well, guess what? That is a reflection of your preparation. And similar to addressing a difficult technical passage, right? You're not going to all of a sudden, for the first time, practice that difficult technical passage like a few minutes before you go on stage. No, you're going to prepare a long time ago. Also, it's very crucial to start your pre-performance routine 1 to 3 days before, because stress starts building up. Right? It might be in small quantities, but guess what? If you don't release that stress, it's going to accumulate and exponentially explode right before you go on stage, or worse, when you're actually performing. Okay, so what can we do about this? Well, let's divide it into 2 categories. The first one is the performance aspect of it, and the second one is general life. For the performance, make sure you have everything organized and packed. Okay, simply stated, you do not want extra stress from non-performance related things. Again, you do not want extra stress from non-performance related things like forgetting something or not knowing how to get there or getting lost on the way or being late, not having enough time, or, for example, this concert that I'm doing, it's in the contract to get here a day before. The second thing is to continue your focus practice. Now, ideally, you have been doing focus practice, ever since you got the repertoire. But these days are very important for focus practice because they really boost your confidence. And focus practice is all about identifying what you still need to improve or what you need to put into maintenance mode, right? Something you can just kind of review and you've already gotten to a high level. And that's for you to decide. And that really depends on the preparation. Like if you're really screwed, a lot of it will be in improvement mode, and you'll just kind of have to trust and go out there. But if you have a really deep process, like the LiberatedPerformer preparation process for auditions and concerts, all that stuff, you will 95% be in maintenance mode. Like you have already achieved your goals, it's at a high level, you're ready just to enjoy the music and perform. Now, what about life in general? What are some ways we can reduce anxiety? Well, let me begin by saying that I'm always searching for efficiency and a little bit lazy in the way that I want to do the things that produce the most results. Okay, so originally I would just practice more, or I would implement maybe like a breathing technique, things to kind of reduce my anxiety. But guess what? It's gotta be holistic. If you want to get closer to playing to your full potential, if you want to manage the stress, the pressure, the anxiety, and the stage and the audition, it's gonna take a holistic approach. And I cannot deny this. And literally nobody in the program ever has said that this stuff doesn't help. So the first one is to sleep. 1 to 3 days before, you should already start sleeping. Okay, sleep enough. Whatever your hours are, make sure you get it. Because again, it's like stress, right? If you lose sleep and next night lose sleep some more, well, you're going to be in sleep deprivation and you're not going to function as well. It's just simple. It also reduces anxiety. The second one is to start eating well and making sure you have enough water, feeding your body, right? I mean, you don't want to deliberately put your body into a stress mode, right? Let's say you're starving or something, or you don't have any water. Well, guess what? Your body's going to be like, oh my gosh, you're going to get stressed out. You're going to look for that stuff. Now, the other one is to exercise. Now, I'm a violinist, and I don't like to do heavy weights in my arms particularly because it would shred my fine motor skills. And violin feels different when you're sore and you're kind of tense. But what I do like to do is I like to do plyometrics, mainly with my legs, jump up and down, take a nice jog, light cardio, because exercise releases endorphins and reduces stress. Now, the last one is, for those introverts out there like me, where it's you don't exactly kind of share your feelings all the time. You just have a natural tendency to keep them inside. Well, guess what? They're going to, again, boil until you get to the performance and then explode exponentially. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to share your feelings. I know, it's like grade school. You want to share your feelings with people because it actually works, okay? And for adults, that's just called therapy, okay? All right, it's getting a little bit late. It's after concert. This is important to socialize, okay? Sometimes it's good to party. Now, I'm not saying go get drunk and lose a bunch of sleep and lose a bunch of energy, but to release that energy and be like, okay, look, I'm being social. I'm realizing that I can talk to people. I'm realizing that anxiety is normal. I have a great support system that I've built with good friends or family. Lucky to have that stuff. And then also, you're preparing yourself for the stage, for performing. You're not performing for a chair. right? No, you're performing for people. That's right, a social event. Performing is a social event. So that's not for everybody, but socializing and kind of, releasing, being and communicating to people, to me, that just reduces stress. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please comment below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates and visit LiberatedPerformer.com if you want to learn more about how to be a great performer.